Rajneesh's problem is quite clear. Time now to bring in our architect Sayantan Maitra. Let's see what he has to say. Sayantan Maitra is a budding designer who has just set foot in the world of architecture. But already in a short span of time, from resorts to office spaces, Sayantan's magical blueprints are slowly but surely hitting the professional circuit. Let's see his perfect plan for our project and his challenge.
Hello ma'am. We saw your staircase, it's quite old as such. So as usual in old houses you see those broken tiles and things like that, which is kind of an eyesore when you enter your house. So what do you have to say on that as such? Yes. About your staircase?
Yeah, most certainly yes, since the construction is of 1981. But yes, you rightly pointed out that there are certain places in the staircase which need to be changed or a change to be brought about. And it's not that we haven't thought about it, but probably we don't have that kind of an aesthetic sense or that architectural perception to be able to do it. For example, the walls, we kept it white, simply assuming that there'll be more light in this area and it needs to be well lit. But kept things like a painting here, a painting there, somewhere just to attract it, or probably have the plants here.
One common problem which is there in lots of Delhi houses is, you see this is a step, in this step it's very narrow as such. This is called a tread and this is called a riser. The proportion of the tread and the riser here are wrong. So it's like you can't put your foot properly. So that's something wrong in your staircase, and which is there in lots of houses actually in Delhi. Plus one more thing I feel is you have put your pots, the plants, right here. So you can't grab, this railing properly. And one more problem, when you are watering these plants, you see there's water always falling on this side. And the wall is getting dirty. So I don't think this is nice ideas. Plus it makes your staircase so narrow as such.
Yeah, we've always wondered why the staircase, actually we wanted a railing to be fixed up on the sides because the kind of generation
there's none right now.
Interact with, they do have problems in coming up, and as you said that the riser is certainly much too high, but somehow never thought that it could be changed since the construction has always been done. But yes, the railing was a very imperative part. Then the other box that we have here, which is to cover our, the electrical box. It was silver in color. We changed it to maroon, thinking that some color would bring about and highlight the staircase. But it's not according to any good taste.
So what we're going to do with your staircase is we're going to give you a big tread and good proportions so that anyone who's walking up, even elderly people, will be doing it well. Okay, and all those things. So let's see how we do your staircase.
Thank you so much.
Let's take a look at the floor plan of the stairway. The treads were narrow, which made movement on this stairway a cumbersome process. Absence of railing in some parts of the stairway made it difficult to move. The stairway had not been renovated in years, and most of the steps were either chipped or cracked. There was only one light provided for the entire stairway. And finally, the colors made the stairway look dingy and narrower. Plans to change the look of the entrance as well as the stairway are now ready. Well, to change the look, we need to buy all the raw material. So let's join our in-house supervisor, Sivaram, and see what he's up to. Our task ahead was a challenging one, that of giving an old stairway which had not been touched in years a facelift. Our plan was to replace these narrow chip steps with wood, remove the pots lined up along the stairway and build a special cabinet for them at the landing. Instead of picking up expensive teak wood, our designers told us that Marandi wood would prove to be a better and inexpensive option. Marandi wood is sold at 450 rupees per cubic log. We picked up 7 cubic feet, which cost us 3,150 rupees. Our plan was to make the cabinet for the plants and the risers for the steps using commercial board. Depending on the quality you choose, the prices for commercial boards start at 20 rupees. We picked up one 8x4 board that cost us 640 rupees. And since cost-effective solutions is what Scope for Improvement is all about, the wood left over from the stairway will finally be used to make wooden lights for the staircase. With the steps taken care of, it was time to buy raw materials for the railings. A made-to-order 5.5 feet iron railing cost us 500 rupees. Minor details are just as important as the big ones, so to provide the right kind of switchboards, we decided to visit the MK Switches showroom to place our order. We picked up 5 switches which cost us 52 rupees per piece. One switchboard cost us 52 rupees, and finally one base plate cost us 52 rupees. It was now time to buy paint which would give the ultimate facelift to the stairway. For the paint, we visited the ICI Dulux Paint showroom. For the walls, we picked up 8 litres of olive green weather shield paint, which cost us 844 rupees for 4 litres. For the railing, we picked up 4 litres of smoke grey enamel paint, which cost us 697 rupees for 4 litres. For the ceiling, we picked up 2 litres of sunrise weather shield, which cost us 236 rupees for 1 litre. And finally, for the sliding door near the top landing, we picked up 1 litre of rhino satin finish paint, which cost us 180 rupees per litre. The skirting of the stairway needed to be changed. Our designer told us these pebbles would not only serve as a good option, but would aesthetically also do the trick. We picked up 36 kilos of pebbles, which cost us 70 rupees per kilo. We also needed some cement for the base of the skirting, which cost us 15 rupees per kilogram. Shopping is as important a process as is the process of renovation. We'll take a short break. When we come back, work will have begun at the stairway. Welcome back, you're watching Scope for Improvement. As you can see, work has begun on site. Before we explain what's going on here, a quick recap of the floor plan. Let's take a quick look at the plan our teams made to give this space a new lease of life. Our first task will be to increase the tread, making movement up or down an easier process. The existing steps will be replaced with wooden ones. To provide convenience, we will introduce proper railings. Lighting will be introduced at regular intervals to distribute light more equally. And finally, brighter colors will be introduced to give the stairway a more warm and wider look. Mrs. Dhawan's stairway required some detailed work. The first step was to cut these wooden planks to size so that we could increase the width of each step. Once completed, these wooden planks will be smoothed out and then finally installed. We also needed to replace the existing skirting. We decided to go in for a pebbled look. We also installed this railing which will help provide support while working up or down. Well, work as you can see is taking place in full swing. We've got our architect Sayantan Maitra right here. Let's understand what's happening in the site. Hi Sayantan.
Hi.
A lot of work has already taken place. The site is shaping up quite well. Start with the steps and tell us what's happened here.
See, as you can see, we've increased the tread. That's going to help you go up very easily now. Also, what we've used is the skirting over there out of river pebbles, which kind of goes very well with the wood.
Right. So what you're basically saying is that the width of the staircase has been increased and it's easier to put your foot here.
You can walk up and see for yourself.
And it's quite easy. Earlier our feet used to sort of slip off the stairway. And this has been aesthetically, it looks very nice.
It will be after it gets over.
I can also see a railing that you've made there. Earlier, we never had a railing.
Yeah, that's a very important thing because otherwise going up for elderly people and people like that, it's very difficult. So also, you have to have something like that.
Is it advantageous now that nobody keeps touching their walls?
Yeah, that too.
What else is happening here in terms of light?
See, in terms of lighting, a lot of things I'm thinking of is, this is east facing. So what happens is a lot of light coming in during the day. So I'm kind of changing the ambience in the night. So I'm putting these uplighters. These people are working on it as of right now. Take the cover here. You can see this. These are going to come up on the staircase. Lots of them.
Are we going to place them like this? Or
you're going to place them ulta.
Like this?
Yeah. And this will have a uplighter as well as a downlighter.
Right.
So it will give a different kind of ambience. It will
look very nice.
It will look very nice at night.
Light is a very important factor in an entrance and a stairway.
Yeah, definitely.
We've got these made as opposed to going to a market and actually buying them. So has it been like a cost-effective solution for us?
Very much. There's hardly anything. You just see a plywood getting stuck. That's it.
And we put regular bulbs in.
Yeah. A holder and a bulb.
What are the other changes that are happening here?
There were a lot of plants which were there on this side of the staircase. Once you go up this flight. So I've removed those pots and kept them in front of that door and made them platforms. So you can put like 2 layers of pots now.
And as we can see, work is happening on
that's
the
also
lights as
getting
well
done.
as the platform. And we will, of course, leave that as a surprise for the viewers. We can't tell you everything that we're doing, but keep watching it because the site is shaping up. We're going to go back to showing you what's happening.
Even though this stairway had enough natural light during the day, there wasn't enough artificial lighting to take care of the evening and night. We decided to craft these wooden lights which once installed will not only be aesthetically pleasing but also provide enough light. This platform will soon serve as a base for all the plants, which will finally be shifted away from the sides of the staircase. With the carpentry out of the way, it was time to bring in the painters. Once the paint is scraped off, the painters will apply primer on the walls and begin leveling the paint.
While giving the entrance of your home a facelift is important, what's important is to make sure that the entrance is secure. So let the Scope for Improvement team take you shopping and show you what kind of security systems are available in the market today.
The interiors and exteriors.
Welcome back, you're watching Scope for Improvement. It's time to finally end the suspense for the Dhawan. Before we do that, a quick look at our architect and our supervisor, Sayantan and Siva, to see what they're doing on the stairway. The Dhavans have been patiently waiting to see their new stairway, so let's end the suspense, bring Preeti out and see what she has to say about her entrance and the stairway. Preeti, give me your hand.
Yeah.
Come, I'm going to lead you.
Okay.
Lead the blind person out onto the staircase.
Great. Please open up.
Just a second more. That's it.
Okay. Wow. It's really looking wonderful. Look at the colors here. The combination is absolutely wonderful. Hey, how many lights do we have here now?
The reason for these lights basically, Preeti, is that your house is an east-facing house. So during the day, you have a lot of natural light. But at night, what the team and the architect wanted to do was to give you a sort of a dim ambience so that you can reverse the kind of lighting you have during the day and at night. So it'll feel very well. But right now, it's still daytime, so you can't get that effect. But you'll get to know at night.
Wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful. That's the reason, probably the blend between the orange and the mustard.
That's right. So the colors will show up much more once the lighting comes on.
Hey, it's resting there. It's looking so beautiful. That box.
Well, the box was a bit, canted. So you just straightened it out so that you can rest something on it. Besides the look, we've actually rectified a lot of problem in your steps. If you take a step up or down, you'll figure that out.
Yeah. We all fit in, huh?
Yes, I mean earlier when you walked up or down,
True.
your foot would actually slip off the stair.
It's really, really beautiful. It's really beautiful. Tell me something. How do we maintain it?
All you need to do is after every 6 to 10 months, just take regular polish. And so that is, and even in terms of waterproofing, it's not only just the wood that's being waterproof, even the color, the paint that's being used, that's also waterproof.
Really looking excellent. And the pebbles on the side, giving it one of those rustic looks, huh? Blending well with the color of the wood.
Just this minor detail that you missed out, and I must point it out, is the new railing that we've given you, because you didn't have support.
And that's something that we were always looking for. It's really looking amazing. The same staircase and a new look.
Quick look behind you. What do you see?
Hey, the pots from here have also been placed. Just feeling wonderful about the whole fact and waiting for my family to try and use the staircase now. And it's a new look to the staircase, but the house is just the same, the old house. Thank you so much. It's really looking wonderful.
Let's take a look at how we transformed the look of this stairway. The treads were increased by using wooden planks, making movement on this stairway an easier process. Railings were installed to provide convenience while walking up or down. The old and narrow chip steps were replaced by wooden ones to give this stairway a new look. Lighting was introduced at regular intervals to light up the stairway equally. And finally, brighter colors were introduced to give the stairway a more warm and wider look. It cost us a total of 26,968 rupees to give this stairway a new lease of life. The biggest on-site cost turned out to be paintwork, which cost us 12,260 rupees. Woodwork came next at 11,420 rupees. We spent 2,325 on providing a pebble skirting. And finally, all the electrical work cost us 963 rupees.
Lots of tips and ideas, especially the use of wood on stairways. Hope you were able to take lots of ideas and are going to give your stairways and entrance a facelift too. If you want to be part of our show, do write to us. Our email ID is feedback@ndtv.com. Alternatively, you can write to us at feedback@ndtv.in. That's all from us today, but from the entire team, have a good day. Goodbye.